Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into part 2 of the MASHA MID tutorial. And if you thought part 1 was crazy, you're about to see why MASHA MID is not a troll pick. It's a legit strategy that can dominate your games if you play it right. Now, let's get something straight. A lot of people say, mid lane is for mages. Don't pick a fighter there. Don't pick MASHA. And yeah, I get it. Normally, you wouldn't. But that's exactly why it works. Everyone expects the mid lane to be safe, predictable, and slow. Then suddenly, here comes MASHA, clearing waves faster than their mage, popping up in places they don't expect, stealing turtles and pressuring lanes like a walking hurricane. Before we even talk about the build or rotations, I want you to understand the mindset. Mid lane is the heartbeat of the map. If you control mid, you control everything. You decide where fights happen. You decide who gets gold. You decide who's alive and who's dying. And MASHA mid, that's where chaos meets efficiency. She's fast, she hits hard, she clears waves like a storm, and the enemy mid laner will never know what hit them. They'll type report MASHA mid in the first 2 minutes, and by the 10th minute, they'll be asking for your build. So sit back, relax, and let me show you why the enemy mid laner will get confused. Your teammates will panic report you early on, and then suddenly call this build the new meta once you carry the entire match. Understanding the role of mid laner. Before anything else, you need to understand, mid lane is the brain of the map. The mid laner decides the rhythm of the game, not the side lanes, not the gold laner, not even the jungler sometimes. Why? Because mid has fast access to both rivers, fast access to both side lanes, the shortest wave distance, the highest impact rotations. A good mid laner doesn't stay mid. A good mid laner clears the wave fast and disappears. This is why MASHA works. You're not playing MASHA like a fighter. You're playing her like a rotation machine, controlling the map's tempo. Most mages need 2 to 3 spells to clear. You, 1 second skill plus Concussive Blast and boom, minions gone. You clear faster than any hero in the mid lane. That alone already gives you advantage. Enemy mid laner is still animation locking their skills. You're already jogging to turtle or preparing to gank bot. Why MASHA mid confuses enemies. This is the funniest part. Enemies never expect MASHA to be in mid. They expect a mage. They expect long-range pokes. They expect passive farming. Then suddenly they see a MASHA popping second skill and melting the wave in 1 hit. The enemy mid laner becomes confused. Do I trade? Do I poke? Do I stay back? Do I rotate? Why is he clearing faster than me? Why is he at top? I just saw him mid. Your job is to break their rhythm. The moment they feel uncomfortable, they lose pressure, and when the mid laner loses pressure, the whole enemy team falls behind. Full build explanation. This is where we make the build make sense. It is not random. Every item is chosen for one purpose: speed and destruction. Rapid boots, the item that makes the entire strategy possible. You're basically skating around the map. Even when you're not fighting, you're gaining distance, creating presence, controlling rotation. High movement speed, more waves cleared, more ganks, more escape, more everything. Windtalker. Now this is the heart of your wave clear. With attack speed plus movement speed plus the passive lightning bounce, your minion waves melt instantly. This makes your mid pressure unstoppable. Sky Piercer. People underestimate this item, but for MASHA mid, this is crazy. More movement speed, more chase potential, more rotation power. You move like a Xylong with ultimate. You appear in places instantly. See Halberd, not only anti-regen, it gives the attack speed that makes your one-shot stronger. Fast hits, fast passive stacking, fast kill potential. This is also perfect for deleting enemy sustain heroes who think they can survive your burst. Malefic Roar. This item says, tank? What tank? It destroys armor. It makes your split push stronger. It makes your tower pressure insane. MASHA mid with Malefic Roar turns into a shadow assassin that breaks tanks in 2-3 hits. Blade of Despair, the disrespect item. More movement speed when attacking low HP enemies, more damage, more punish, more finishing power. At this point, every squishy hero becomes a 2-hit delete button. How to play smart, the real tutorial part. Now let's talk about gameplay intelligence, because this is where most players fail with MASHA mid. Rule 1, clear the wave, fast. No fancy stuff, no poking, no trading, clear, then move. This alone gives you map control. Rule 2, don't chase fights early. Your damage isn't the peak yet in early game. What you do have is speed. So, clear mid, check top, check bot, show up for 1 to 2 hits, then back to mid. This creates pressure without risk. Rule 3, track the enemy jungler. You're fast, use that advantage. If the enemy jungler is top, pressure bot. If enemy jungler is bot, pressure top. If the jungler is contesting mid, you can rotate around them, cut waves, then join the fight at a better angle. Rule 4, don't overcommit. Remember, your value is tempo. Your impact comes from always being at the right place at the right time. If you get caught and die, you lose tempo. Play like a thief. Appear, do damage, disappear. When teammates doubt you, one thing you must accept. When you pick MASHA mid, your team will always panic. They will type, "Bro troll? Why MASHA mid? We need Mage. Report please." Don't respond, don't argue. Let your gameplay talk. Because the moment you win the first rotation, save bot lane, secure turtle, break mid tower early, they suddenly switch. OMG new meta. Bro coach me. Send build. This always happens. Trust the process. Mid-game, the domination phase. This is where the enemy starts to crumble. You should be doing this pattern. 1, clear mid. 2, pressure side lane. 3, clear mid again. 4, join objective. 5, clear mid. 6, split push. 7, rotate behind enemies. You are a moving threat. When you move, the enemy mid laner must follow. If they don't, you take the tower. If they do, they leave their team outnumbered. Either way, you win. Late game, become an assassin. Late game MASHA mid transforms. You're no longer just a rotator. You become the finisher. One mistake from the enemy marksman or mage, and you delete them instantly. Your movement speed makes it impossible to escape. Your damage makes it impossible to survive. Your attack speed finishes towers instantly. Late game fights become simple. Wait for someone to step forward, run at them, delete, back off. And that's the full breakdown for MASHA mid. This isn't trolling, this isn't random. This is a real strategy that uses wave control, tempo, and map pressure to dominate mid lane in a completely different way. If you want part 3, where we cover advanced rotations, mid lane matchups, and how to punish enemy junglers, tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and welcome to the new MASHA mid era. See you in the next one.
The fire of battle never extinguishes.